Good morning, Judy Allen, here with you with Keep It Simple, our Stepping Up, and we are using, let's see here, we're going to be using Simply Said. Alright, I'm just making sure all the technology is working for us and everything else. But anyway, I like it because I can say good morning, and we're sliding into noontime. With that, today with Elegantly Said, we're starting simple with a simple 3x3 card, and we're stepping it up like we usually do on Wednesdays. We'll be using a sponging technique, and with that, we can go to the hands. All right. Okay, so you see here, I went ahead and put this right here for you today because today is the last day to get this gift, this paper pumpkin box if you want it. So, like I said, if you want it, today's the day. And let's see here, we're not showing that we're going over to the hands, even with a delay here. So we will wait a moment, just in case. We've got a lag time, for whatever reason. I'm not sure if it's, there we go. Alright, just double checking. Anyway, you need to keep on moving on if you're not sure if all the technology is working. So there you go. Alright, so like I said, today is doing the Elegantly Said. And we're going to start off with our 3x3. And that's all we're doing. With the first one, we're going to do simple stamping. Taking our 3x3, I'm moving my pens out of the way because you don't really need to see my pens. I don't need to see my pens. Alright, and all I'm going to do is fold this in half with our 3x6. And if you're out there, please say hello. I always like it when you're out there and say hello or talk, or there's like something like you'd like me to show or demonstrate or whatever. And good afternoon, Jennifer. Yes, I am Nana, aka Judy Allen, or Judy Allen, aka Nana. With this, we're going to simple stamp, and I'm actually going to use this big stamp right here. And you can see it's really going to take up most of this right here, and that's okay. Because the reason is that we're just going to do a simple thank you. And then today, you know, we need to remember to tell people thank you. Whether it's thank you for something they did right then and there, or if it's a gift, just anything. So we're just going to tap it 3 times, and then I am going to stamp this corner here. Got a shadow here in the room with the lighting. That's okay. I'm going to work through it. This is a big stamp, and it goes just as beautifully on a bigger card, but look how beautiful that comes out like that. It's a very detailed rubber stamp, and that's what I really like about it. And I made sure to bring, I need to clean my stamps today, and then we're going to do just thank you in the corner here. And you know what, if you want to put bling, bling is very appropriate. I don't have any handy dandy bling that I was going to think about using. Alright, and then actually I'm going to stamp this in Night of Navy. I actually borrowed this from Paper Pumpkin Kit. Stamp that 3 times, and then I'm just going to put thank you. And there you go. And now we have a very simple thank you card. Now, it'll look a bit darker as it dries. Right now it looks almost black, but it's really Night of Navy. There's my proof, Night of Navy. So it is dark, but I'm believing as it goes ahead and dries that it's going to look more navy, especially compared to that pretty gray. But it doesn't matter. It'll work either way. The main thing is I get the thank you note out to whoever deserves the thank you note. Alright, so that's our keep it very simple. You can add, like I said, bling if you want to. Let's see what I have here in the form of bling. Alright, taking from one of my Paper Pumpkin Kits as I can. You know what, because I know that's going to be navy blue, I am just going to put this right here. Just a little sparkle, not much, nothing overdone, very just simple. Alright? Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and we're going to move to the second card. Alright, our second card is, we're actually going to use a little bit different color today. We're actually going to use Midnight of Navy cardstock, and we're going to use some beautiful paper as well as the stamp set. So this is foiled paper and paper from DSP that goes with the Elegantly Said set. It's very pretty, and we're going to use it and show that off today. Again, we're going to take our cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're just going to fold it in half to make our cards, which will give us or just a refresher, this will make this a 4.25 by 5.5. All right, just a friendly refresher, just in case we need that today in the middle of the week. All right, and see the paper here that I'm putting the tape on right now to make the card. It's very beautiful too. So this is our second card, and we're stepping it up. I could have just as easily used this paper in combo and done a two-tone that way, but just an opportunity for another card. But I want to do this today because this is so pretty, and I think many times it gets overlooked. And I'm just going to stick this on here. Again, we're not doing anything overly complicated here. We're just taking beautiful paper. This is 4 by 5.25. And we're going to take this other beautiful paper that's in the set. It's got that on this side here, but we're using this side here. And we're just going to make a little band down here. And I'm actually going to use dimensionals with that. Sorry about that. I knocked that over. But this just, again, it gives it a nice, elegant look. And that's why it's called Elegantly Said, because the words are elegant, as well as the stamp set itself and paper is elegant too. It is. It's very, very elegant. And see, we really don't need any bling with this because it's got all the gold foiled paper here, and this has got some, not sparkly, but definitely a foiled look here. If you can see it, there's foiled look here as well. You may not be able to see this well on the camera. I'll turn the light, but it's foiled. It's just like gold foiled here as well as the paper. And then I've already punched these tags out. This is one punch that does both of these. And we're just going to put it right here. We're going to go ahead and stamp this. And this one I had stamped for you. And one of the things is we don't seem to do a lot of cards. It doesn't look like, sometimes it doesn't seem like it for guys. And I think this would be perfect for a guy. It could be for a woman too, whoever, but especially for guys. And I'm just going to stamp that on there for you. And I'll clean that stamp. You can see tapping 3 times just to show you. It still has plenty of ink. Plenty of ink. People always think you have to like do it heavy duty. You do not. I'm just going to put dimensionals on the bottom here because this is already on dimensionals. And I'm going to set it right here. So I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on the bottom there to hold that in place. And then I'll just put the For You on top without a dimensional. And then it just gives that nice dimensional look that we always look for. It makes the card seem, I shouldn't say seem, makes the card so special. To have the dimension and everything and all. You could easily center this or offset it like I did. I'm just offsetting mine. And then I'm just going to use some tape. Stampin' Seal tape here. I'm just going to put some on the back there to get this down. And since I'm doing this, you know, for a guy, particularly that I'm making this for, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to put any more bling. But you know what? You could just as easily put gold bling here. We got some diamond looking bling that you could put there as well too. But I'm just keeping this one simple. Alright? And then we're going to step it up on our third card. So, with that, I'm going to put this aside and we're going to move on to our third card. Oh yeah, we're one day closer to Thanksgiving. There are people that are going to be out tomorrow because it's Veterans Day. So if you know someone that's a veteran, be sure to thank them for their service for our country and our communities. Alright? And Thanksgiving's going to be around the corner. So, anyway, here we go. We're going to fold our card. And this is the original card, and I'm actually casing this from Jennifer Skinner. Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah. So I might turn it sideways. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I am casing hers. She does such an amazing job. And I thought, I'll just case somebody else for a change. I'm going to put this on here, but I'm also going to put glue dots on here. Or I'm going to put at least get my ribbon down. I'm going to put my tape on here, and I can then turn around. But wrap, I don't think I'll have to use glue dots because I'll put it on this glue. We'll see. Usually I use glue dots when I do my ribbon just to hold it really good, but since I'm putting my tape down first, she's got hers centered, and I can still center it and do what I want to do, I believe. If not, then I won't do what I believe I thought I was going to do. I'll change my mind, right? When we create, that's the beauty of it all. We can create what we want to create. We can case somebody, or we can use it to inspire us to do another idea. So you can see these are both sticking very well. So I'm just going to trim this off here. I don't need that extra bulk. And then we're just going to put this here on the card. I'm not really going to worry about that ribbon because that ribbon is down. We already know that. We already saw it. That's what's important. Alright, so I'm just going to put it down like this. So we have it nice and down. Looky there. Alright, so at this point then, now we are ready to stamp. And on this one is the beautiful flower that's in the stamp set. And I have to get that beautiful flower out because I don't see it. Okay, I'll have to use another stamp here. I'll give you this one. You know, you get to putting all the stamps, and I do the stamps out so they'll have them ready. But you just peel it off. I'm just going to use one of my paper pumpkin blocks. So for anyone that thinks, you know, you do paper pumpkin, save those blocks because you can use them. Even the kits, the elf kit, the Santa kit, and some of the other kits have blocks in them. So if you save them for a time, you'll have an accumulation of blocks. So like I can do, you can preset everything up and be ready to stamp and create. Okay, looky there. See how pretty that comes out? It's just the detail. That's one thing about the rubber stamps that we've got right here. They have such beautiful detail. We're going to put bling on that. Like I said, I don't have my bling up here right now, but it will have bling on it by the end of the day, for sure. For sure. Okay, then we're going to stamp this message right here, wishing you a wonderful birthday. Again, this could be given to anyone, but we're sort of trying to cater to some of the guys out there. Instead of giving them the pinks and the light greens and all the pastels, trying to do something just a little different. And then we're going to sponge the edges of this, just to give it a little bit more color. That's what Jennifer did, and I'm going to do it also, because I think it's always good. You can check your stamps to make sure that you get all the ink off of it. Looks like I got that. Okay, I'll set that aside. Now I'll close this before I wear this ink. Okay, well, I did that. I need the sponge. So what we're going to do with the sponge after I just close that is we're going to turn around. And I'm just going to dab this. Let's see what that's going to look like. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure. So I'm just going to lightly come around the edges here. It's just giving a little bit more color. Not a lot. You know, it's just adding a little something there so it doesn't seem... In this particular case, vanilla, because this is very vanilla paper. Just gives a little color. This is all the, some people call it white space. Doesn't matter to me. I like white space, and I got brown ink all over my hands. That's a good sign of somebody creating. The other day I had a black dot or a grayish dot on my forehead. We're trying to figure out what I managed to do. We're not sure. Alright, so if I went with what Jennifer didn't case her exactly, I would put it like this, but let's see what happens if we turn it sideways. See, that is just as beautiful too. I can center this right here, I can put this right up here, and that's what I am going to do, just so that we have a different look. And as you can see, we're going to put this on dimensional, and you just see what the difference can make when you just turn a card sideways. Same card, just a little different look. You know what it's about? It's just variety. You know, you can just reposition a tag and gives it a different look too. So I'm just going to put this one right here, right there. You know, and then I'm just going to put it right here, right over that. And okay, so if I go to put my dimensional on here, I don't need to put one right here. I can lower this right there, like if I want to. I can move it over more if I wanted to, but I don't. I don't want to cover up the flowers, because there's some beautiful bling, some champagne bling, and that looks very lovely with this paper, and it really brings out the colors even more. You can even imagine that when you get gold foiled paper. So here we go. So it's just all about, you know, creating, doing something a little different. In this particular case, it's trying to devote a little time to the guys, and some darker colors. I'm not sure why we think that, but I guess there's a reason. I'm sure there's some kind of backup of reasoning behind all that, but that's beyond me. Mine is creating a nice, beautiful birthday card. Or might be one of my sons, that might be my father-in-law, who knows, but looky there. So the only thing, like I said, is I'm lacking bling, because I don't have any bling with me right now. I had just this bling here, didn't have the other bling, but just to go to show you, looky there. Here's the one with bling, here's the one without the bling. It's just as beautiful without the bling. So there's nothing wrong with not having bling. It's just sometimes we get in the habit of putting bling on everything. We think it needs to be on everything. But I'm making this for a guy, so if I didn't want to put bling on it, I don't have to. Alright, so we have these here. This is what Jennifer created. I cased her card. Whoop, whoop. It's nice casing somebody's card. Just give them the credit if you sit there and case it. Here is our second card that we did for you. And then here is our first simple card. So if you look at the cards that we did today, we've got it right here. Where we got it simple, we stepped it up by adding some foiled paper. This was just stamped. This was adding paper and foiled paper and adding some layers. And then here we added some ribbon. And if we wanted to go further, we could even add bling. So as you can see, it's just very simple, stepped up. And you get to choose what you want to do. Alright? So, with that, I want to thank you for joining in today with Keep It Simple or Step It Up. I always like to do all three, so you get choices, give you ideas, hopefully to inspire you. And I would tell you to have an adventurous, creative week. Go do something creative. Go have fun for someone. You know, make cards. You make a card, share it. You make some other paper crafts, share it with somebody, you know. Make their day and inspire them. And with that, just a reminder that today is the last day to order November paper pumpkin that Zoe and Nana will be doing on the we'll be doing it on Sunday, the weekend after Thanksgiving. So feel free to join in with us. We'll be doing, even though it's treat bags and treats that you can give away, we will also do an alternative to show you how you can make it into a card or into something else. So be sure to mark that down, that date, and beginning this Sunday, we will start the 12 days of Christmas. Give you ideas of how to make some different things to be giving to others during these holiday season. Give you a jump start on things. All right? So be blessed, and we look forward to seeing you next week with Keep It Simple or Step It Up. Talk to you soon. Bye.